Oh, yeah. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. She's a vibe.
What's up, those boys fans?
What's up, guys?
Y'all.
I got caught. Okay.
Megan's in the house. It's funny how hard it is to get into like the classic bro, classic fun brother, those boys vibes when your partner's in the other room secretly listening. Like, what are they? Oh, see, there she is in the background right now.
Yeah.
That's a great look from where we are. That's like back of stage. What we're looking at for all of those boys fans on, you know, the viewers on the other side that you can't see behind you. Behind you is a wall that leads to the hallway of our house that goes to a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. And every single time Mango walks by, it's just this body, this beautiful, gorgeous angel, tan, brown, golden angel that just through the house. Like maybe it was real, maybe it wasn't. But we know it's real because dreams do come true. And dreams did come true in my life. And I did happen to fall madly in love with a Indian angel. So that's fantastic.
Dude,
it's golden brown butter all over the house, ladies and gentlemen, like a ghost.
Very nice.
It's like po-poo every single night in my face. Po-poo.
You mean poi poo?
No, that's poi poo booch. And the po-poo is it's a fucking amazing Indian dish. I've been
Po-poo.
delightfully introduced.
Kind of sounds like poo-poo.
Okay, you know what, dude?
Just saying
the moment we get started and you're already fucking shitting on my girlfriend's family.
Okay.
Probably not gonna be my girlfriend for much longer. Yeah. Not like we're breaking up. We're probably breaking it in deeper.
Deep. That's deep, man.
I just don't know if I qualify yet for the H title. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Hova.
Hova, baby. Like ja.
We talked about this at the last podcast. Like, when do you feel worthy to be of a husband? I was thinking that, actually, you know what?
What does that mean?
Why don't you tell those boys fans how you're feeling, Mr. Perfect? Look at your face and your hairline. We're not even sponsored by anybody that does hair. You know what I found out about Zach recently is that he only washes his hair once after he gets it cut.
Yep.
The rest of the time, it's all
hot water.
His grease and hot water.
Just that hot water.
Do you ever see hair at the bottom of your shower?
From Alex? Yeah, not from me.
Oh, you're just.
I mean, I shed a little bit.
So you're saying Alex has really short hairs?
No, Alex is she sheds like a dog, dude. She clogs all our drains.
I don't think all dogs shed. That's pretty like.
Maya sheds too.
Who's Maya?
That's my dog.
The dog that peed on my comforter, my $1,000 comforter.
Dude, your dog.
Wool comforter.
Bro, don't even get me started. Your dog, when I was watching it, when you and Megan left.
We've been over this.
Peed on my side of the bed.
No, you did not even.
A full load of pee? Yes.
You saw Atmore pee on your bed.
Oh, Maya cannot. No, it was 19 times by Maya.
One question. You saw.
Yes.
You hear that? That's the back of house. They're working very hard right now. It's on our lunch break. We get made omelets. Anyways, you saw Atmore literally urinate on your bed with your own.
I saw it. Yes,
house.
100% saw it. No, but he did it.
You didn't see it,
Nate. He's the only dog in the house that would do that, and it was so much pee. I get home from a fucking busy night at work, like super busy, like 1 a.m. Hop in my bed, turn on my bed fan because I have one of the bed fans that the sheet is 2 sheets, so the air goes into the bed fan and pulls the sheet apart, so you always have a constant flow of air between you and your blankets, so you can keep it the exact same temperature you want all night long. So I turn on that sheet, right? I turn on that sheet, and it goes. And I'm like, oh, that's urine. I was like, that's urine. And then it's just so much dog pee, man.
Really? So you just got like
whole side of the bed flooded with dog pee.
You know that like in the movie Airplane? This is when the shit hits the fan, and then shit hits fan. It goes like all over the airplane, and it's just like, oh god, like that's like the worst imaginable. Yours was literally like, time to go to bed, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, it was bad pee, man.
The thing is Megan, you know, is the original only owner of this animal, Atmore. And Atmore was, you know, I like to describe to people that Atmore was rescued in like a car, truck, like, what do you call those? Like when your car impound, you know, and they crush cars there, and Atmore was like the dog that was like a puppy, and they were like beating him, and every single time like a truck would drive by, he'd get scared, you know. So that's my story. It's like Megan like rescued him at this like, you know, car and truck like impound, and she like saw him, she was like and like that's why he's got such severe bark. He's like super scared of white contractor trucks, you know. I'm talking about the contractor trucks, you know, the big white ones with like
yeah.
Every single time he sees them, he's just like, memory, memory, memory. That's him. Yeah, that's exactly it. Just memory, like right there imprinted. And I'm like, that's right. So anyways, now I'm part other owner, so it's like a dual business now that we have that more. He's got such severe barking anxiety, but we've never seen that insanely loud, anxious dog ever display his anxiety in the form of urination.
Oh my God.
Ever. But we have witnessed with our own eyes Maya
you did
display
not watch
her.
my dog.
Maya likes to go into people's
You
houses
did
and pee
not.
a little bit because she's got anxiety
No,
pee issues.
but you didn't watch
Atmore
her
goes
do
into
it.
people's house and goes, Maya's like, pee, 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 pee. That's my only point. That's the only point. And here's the thing, though. I haven't seen it either, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm going to drop it now. I just feel like we are equals.
Equals, baby. We're equals.
We're equals.
We're equals.
And you know what? I'm all about equality.
Equality.
Yes, I mean, we can leave it there. I know it's a touchy subject, you know, talking about each other's dogs. The question is, which dog has more severe anxiety? Which one's more body-mind confusion? Maya or Atmore? Do you think Maya's more mind-body dislocated, or do you think Atmore's more mind-body dislocated?
I think when Maya pees, she does it for a very specific reason.
Like she's making a point?
Yeah.
What's the
I think
point?
she's a fucking bitch, dude.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God.
But she's hot. She's like a cute bitch, baby.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
when she wants to be,
owns you.
she can be ugly.
own you, but when she gets dirty, it's like, ew, get the fuck away from me.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking. It's like, so she's like gorgeous, and then the makeup comes off, and you're like, oh.
And then she just is like so anxious and like, what do you call it? Where like she quivers into herself and just like, please stop, please.
I need you, please. Oh my God,
Yeah,
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
And then you stop, and she goes, and you're just like, oh my God, this is interesting because I feel like I'm pleasuring, like it's kind of is it kind of sexual? Like
You just,
petting animals? Is that kind of sexual for you?
I mean, if it is for you, man, whatever you want it to be.
Come here, come say hi. Oh, he's embarrassed. It's almost like he knows that he's on camera. I feel like. Oh, no, here he comes. Yeah, come on in. Oh, no, he's coming right to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Obi. Normally works the sound in the back, but hasn't been as excited or I guess motivated to be part of the crew as much recently. We had another cat in our house for a long time, came from New Orleans with Megan. And she was a sweet little spunky thing and would run around, never got bigger, was about 5 years old. One day started throwing up, took her in to go see the doctor. She died an hour later. Juniper, R.I.P. That's her ashes actually right there below the family portrait.
Well, I feel real good now. I feel real happy.
Death doesn't have to be something...
No, thanks, Nate, for sharing that with me.
I just don't think that, like...
I feel so
You know
happy
me,
now.
as what I have experienced in my career, death is not something I'm afraid of. No, but nor is it something I invite. It's just something that I've seen a lot of as a cardiac nurse. And the hardest death I think I've ever been through...
What do even cardiac nurses even do, man?
The hardest death I've ever been through was probably that fucking cat right there. That shit was nuts, dude.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
in the room, and I was like, I've seen so many deaths, and all of a sudden Megan just like broke, and she came in, and like we got the call because we were at Safeway, and I don't drink anymore. And so we were getting Megan a bottle of something, and like she just wanted a shot like really quick just to like get some like nerves dropped. What's crazy about not drinking is like once you get past that hump, then you get past the second, and then you get past the other hump where you're just like, I don't want it at all. And you just don't need it. And so like in really tough times, I'll smoke a fucking blunt. But like when it comes to like drinking, it's like I don't even want it. Oh no, that's gonna make it way worse if I start drinking.
Well, I mean, personally, like I fully understand that. Like for my emotions, I don't drink anymore. I used to drink all the time because of my emotions.
Oh, yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
now it's just
it.
yeah. Well, no, now it's just like, oh yeah, someone's birthday. Yeah, I'll have a few drinks, loosen up. Like last night at Chantel's birthday, it's like, yeah, no, of course I'll drink there. Why not?
Oh yeah, talk about that. What was that? Yeah. Those boys presented at the Peridot. That was fun. What was up with last night? What was that? That shit was fucking like
we have this,
shockingly fun and amazing.
We have this friend who's a graphic designer
at
of
Seabogue Designs.
At Seabogue Design.
Right here.
The graphic designer of both
right there.
My music,
Click.
Nate's music.
This girl's
we're pretty sure she's gonna be the graphic designer of those boys. We just haven't really approached it with her yet.
And I mean, she does all of our branding for a lot of our past music, not all of it.
But it was her birthday last night, and for her birthday, she threw on a talent show in her backyard, built this whole stage and this whole thing, and invited all her talented friends and said, "Perform for me." And so it was just kind of this really interesting birthday that turned into this really beautiful whole evening that we were able to participate in multiple times. And we have some glorious footage from it.
Some great content.
Nate sang karaoke to VeggieTales.
If you like to talk to tomatoes, if a squash can make you smile, have we got a show for you. VeggieTales, 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 talk to the VeggieTales, VeggieTales, VeggieTales.
An old
well, what was funny was
TV show we used to listen to in church, right?
It was a big day for me yesterday. If you don't, I had a work barbecue, the first major nurse work, surgery, outpatient surgery barbecue for our unit since the pandemic. The last barbecue was something we threw for my birthday, like in 2020, and that was like right when it was like, so I went to that first with Megan, and then she had to go to work. I was there for like 4 hours, and we met here. And then she lives like right down the street from where we live. And we got a lot of really good footage. And our plan is to probably get a video up of the night of all the shit that we filmed and just had a blast. And we put ourselves out there because that's what we're fucking doing again. And Chantel and Alex and then now Megan that's there. It's awesome because there's like people that have, really close people to us that were part of the Blouse days, which we're trying to bring back some old footage of our DJing and to LA and back touring multiple times through nursing school Blouse days and to show some of that old. We have so much fucking footage of like 10 years of DJing and dance touring and stuff like that. And so last night was just so intimate and karaoke with the VeggieTales and then we karaoke together Aerosmith.
Oh yeah, that was insane.
And
I think I like blew out my vocal cords doing that.
I can say wait, just to hear you breathing. Watch you smile while you're sleeping, while you're far away and dreaming. Treasure, don't wanna close my eyes. Don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss you, babe. I don't wanna miss a bed, even when I dream of you. I don't wanna miss one kiss.
Get it? Oh God.
Yeah. Don't wanna close my eyes. Come on, boy. The sweetest dream we never do. I still miss you, babe. Come on. I don't wanna miss it. Come on.
Give it. Give it to him, man.
I don't wanna fall asleep 'cause I miss you, babe. I don't wanna miss that. Come on. Even when I dream of you. The sweetest dream we never do. I think we're done. It's all blue.
Because you kept feeling like I had to get louder.
I mean, you sound really smooth right now.
I know, but it hurts.
Give me something like milky. I want to hear like give me some molasses. Like say something milky.
Molasses.
No, give me like. I only drink Lipton tea.
I only drink Lipton tea.
Solid.
Sweet.
I want to stop touching my mic, but it's hard because this
I
thing's loose,
always
man.
get
Fuck these things always loose. I just took it apart. I just took it apart.
Just remember, I always try to remind myself that when it sounds like to you that you're not talking directly in the mic, yeah, it might sound like that right now, but after post, you legit turn over here and it sounds like you're right here.
Because you're good.
Because, yeah, I've done this.
Because he's good. Yeah, last night was really fun, and I think that we've been getting really honest with each other about just like our journey with what we did in the public eye with Blouse, and how like really looking at that was like for us, that's just like your partner last night, like Alex made such a sweet comment. I was like telling her that you were like, oh, that's right. I was thinking how like Alex was there for so much of it. And I was like, dude, Alex was there for a lot of it. And Alex was like, yeah, I feel really fortunate just to be part of something so legendary for you both. Because that's such a legendary thing in life. And not that many people are here to like be a part of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, just for us, like just for you and me and our
But
memories.
she's what's really crazy is she's the only one still in our life that was a part of it. Think about it. Shaheen's out. Your ex was really a big part of it.
I
but
just don't like to think like of these people, but like Shaheen is like such a love, man. I love that guy so much, and I think like Shaheen had to move on to do like I always like imagine whatever he's doing, he's conquering.
That's what I was getting at.
No, I know what you mean. Like we're family, so
just
we're
where
like
which is where time has brought us. Everyone's moved on to greater, bigger things,
right?
And just our lives have taken us different ways, and Shaheen split off that way. No, it's like I miss Shaheen. I love him. He's such a brother to me.
Yeah, I think it's not even. It's just more of like, man, I think I've learned so much. Just that nothing stays the same. That's right now in life we feel like, oh, okay, we both were on antidepressants, we both were on stimulants for years, like we both have been through massive amounts of therapy. I'm in therapy, me and my partner are about to start therapy, and there's always like a layer where it's like I'm not drinking, my anger issues are gone, and then all of a sudden like something happens that you weren't expecting at a left field in life that has nothing to do with anything, but it fucks you up mentally, and then you're like demons come out of nowhere and people get hurt, and you're like, I thought I had my shit together, and it feels like a rewind because everyone you love, I don't know if this makes any sense, but like really in reality it's just like part of the human experience seems to be like that like you learn so much, and then you feel like there's a step back, but really it's just suffering. Something in life causes suffering. Maybe you get in a fight with your girlfriend, or you get in a fight with your wife, or a parent dies, right? Or your child is, I don't even know. And it's just something where you have to hold on to some layer of immense amounts of stress. I even forget why the fuck I brought this up, but...
Yeah, you kind of lost me there for a second.
Well, try not to get lost.
I was trying. I
think I was just talking about how... Oh, what's up, bro? Come on in. Yeah, come on. But yeah, I think I was just talking about more serious shit, like the things we always talk about. I mean, like, why are we, once again, I think of, we really got to we were on antidepressants, both of us, throughout most of the pandemic. They were so helpful for me. I was having so many panic attacks when me and Megan were dating long distance. So many panic attacks.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, I mean, I say so many. I had 3 in the January of 2021, and that's when like me and Megan moved, like decided for her to move here. And but like the antidepressants worked then. I was on Vyvanse, and I was on Adderall before that. I got pretty bad ADHD. I know you have like your experience, but like I think of like this and like us just like deciding like, fuck it, let's get back into doing something public. And then something like last night, I think that's what I was getting at. I was like, all of us have been through a lot of suffering, and like, yeah, here's like Chantel, and we know what she's been through, and she's just like, we met her as a girl that was born in Panama, who's moved to America, dated your best, growing up your best friend, and then you became roommates with her. You lived with her and Michael, and then Michael had a kid and then
no, it's not when he had a kid.
No, I know, but like he had a kid, but like there was just like all these layers, and then now Chantel's, like pursuing has got this amazing graphic design career, and then is has found herself in her new partner, Whitney, and it's just like ever since that, like she's just like her identity is just honest, and her word is so loud, and like so last night was that. It was just like, so you can feel when people are like wise and they're holding wisdom, it's like they wear that, they can like embody wisdom. But when people are like projecting insecurity and like wanting like when you're creative and you have so much to say, it's like, how do you say it? You control people to listen. And I think that works to an extent, and you can get everything you want, but like to an extent, like what does that really, like what does it really mean? What's the meat of creativity and giving? Like, and that last night I think it was just like that's why we're doing this same vibe. It's like, fuck it, let's set up
everything's about
studio
creativity,
and then just giving it and letting people be a part of it, and wanting people to be a part of it, and being like, it's not meant to be perfect, because that's what our problem was with Blouse, right? Was that we were perfectionists and controlists, and we're also you're the one that just told me a lot of this shit is like, and I totally agree, is how scared we were. It was all out of fear, right?
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I feel like it was out of fear. In those moments, it felt helpless, but like we always wouldn't release music. We had so much fucking music, like at least
hundreds of songs.
Hundreds of songs, and we released 8, dude.
I know.
What is wrong with us? We had attention, dude. We had interviews. We won competitions. We won multiple competitions in the dance scene.
I know.
And we were so bad at promoting ourselves in terms of releasing our art.
We just like hoarded everything.
And I think this podcast is going to be so good for us to forcefully release something. At least
we're not allowed to hoard
bi-weekly,
anything. Anything we do, we have to like put it out there.
Yeah, and then it's like it's forcing us to perform. It's forcing us
to make mistakes.
Be more real about our music too, and be like, hey, like I actually am releasing something, and because I'm now on the internet, it keeps you accountable. You know what I mean? And that's like kind of like, I think it's like a beauty of starting this podcast. Is it's like really, it's just for us 100%, and just like the energy we get together, talk about life and everything, and the dreams we have for the future, and just reminisce on the past, and just have this moment. I feel like is just really the beauty of Those Boys. That is like, I don't give a fuck what happens to Those Boys. I just love being here.
And that's because, I mean, you work your ass off.
Yeah.
So you make money by being like, so all of this is hard ass work. And it's always about finding a balance of having, like, you have to have fun.
Yeah.
And not let the work become work. And like setting up, for instance, setting all this up, everything was fine. But like beforehand, I was like, man, if we didn't have to set up, and like the whole goal is like everything's ready to go. Basically, we just unpack, screw it all together, and it's really like guerrilla style. And like,
but I don't think we deserve that yet.
What do you
That's
mean?
the thing. Is it's like we've always wanted that in our music career and everything. We've always wanted a part of it to be done for us already. And you and I personally have never just grinded it out. Like in the beginning of the Blouse days,
we've grinded it out for everything. I think that like we have our own. To me, at least, I feel like that's what all of Blouse was, nothing but grinding it out. And but this is just different, because we would do this type of shit, but it was like photo shoots, interviews, and it would be other people
before anything was up,
right? And I think that my point is, you should just get into it and like explain what is your theory on fear for like you and us, and like how when you say like we didn't do we grinded so hard, but I was in nursing school full time. You lived an hour away. Mm-hmm. You were younger. Like we've never had a time in life where it could be like, I don't work besides doing my art.
Yeah,
and like so right now it's like I am a full-time cardiac nurse in outpatient surgery. I garden almost every day. I have like 15 different plants going now.
Mm-me you're going so
hard. I just bought
it.
this huge 13,000 square foot property with a 2,000 square foot house on it. Me and Megan are starting therapy. Evan's going to be starting equal time with me soon. My son, his going to school. It's a 30-minute drive there and back to school.
That's something you haven't really talked about, is to get this equal time, you're going back to court to fight for him.
Well, hopefully not, because we don't even need to get into it, but
we should.
But I think
dude, we at some point we got to get into that.
But the fact that that's going on in like you have a lot of shit going on in your life that doing this feels like,
No, I know. So
do
we
I want to
should-
add
we-
more? And it's like,
yeah,
yes,
it's true.
fuck yeah, I want to add more.
Yeah.
Because now we're not on antidepressants. We both
Yeah.
aren't. Now we're both not on stimulants.
Yeah.
You barely drink. You know, I don't drink at all. You smoke weed like a champ, like I do. And like right now, we're both stoned.
Yeah.
And we're here, and it's like we've gone through like massive amounts of booze. Zach's blacked out. Oh no, Nathan's blacked out tonight. Oh no, Zach's blacked out tonight. Oh no, Nathan's blacked out tonight. And it was fun. fun. We had so much fucking fun. Do you remember that time we played at Mezzanine, and I was in the bathroom, and all like some guy like bumped me, and I was like getting all pissed. And
Oh, this
you
is
were
after we opened for Dev.
yeah, and you were like, it's not worth it, Nathan. Stop, it's not worth it. And I was like, just looked right at this huge security guard like coming out of the bathroom or something. And I remember being browned out, and like, I just said something like, "What the fuck are you gonna fucking do?" You know, that type of, and like I'm not afraid to admit that that's what the energy was, because we started to really bring a crew around everywhere, and people like,
It was just the party house, man. So it was just kind of like Blau's house was party house.
I'm so happy
and
it's
we
over,
partied
but
so
I
hard.
would never like not admit it was
No, of course.
so fun, but it was so hard to be successful in that, because you and I grew up in the church. We're like weird. We have issues. We can't let ourselves like get too lost in the sauce. It's like we're always
Well, and I think
keeping
even-
ourselves held back because we
Yeah.
know we would go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And like, so this is an opportunity where we know like we've gone through a lot of shit in life. You've had a lot of therapy, a lot of meds, and like you just started
Yeah, today I started microdosing
microdosing what?
psilocybin.
This is like huge. The fact that
It
like
is. It's so. It's dude. It really is a
it's
big deal.
massive growth in life. So that's why I feel like Los Boys is fun. It's got a ring of just like cuteness, but like
No, it's just real, man.
it's just gonna be fucking goofy, and like,
There's
but we're
no-
both
yeah.
super busy, and I think like
I don't know, but there's something pure, dude, about being real and just being like a character, like you as a character. It's like I'm just sitting here as Zach. I'm not sitting here as anybody else, and we're having a podcast as those boys.
i.e. Signs.
Yeah, of course, Signs. But Signs is my character for my music.
Yeah.
But it's still, it's like I'm just like when I'm sitting here, and we're just shooting the shit as those boys. It's like I'm here as like Zach. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like there's something like really like pure about just being yourself to the internet, trying to entertain if people are entertained by it. But in the reality, it's like we're just trying to create a moment between us.
Yeah, I guess it's like, yeah, that's like one of the things I'm most nervous about. I think I've fallen in love with being so private. I like ever since we really stopped Blouse, and then
But maybe that's your
Neo Man was like the last.
Maybe that's your ego, dude. Maybe that's your ego.
Explain.
Yeah, because maybe your ego is using like you not choosing to do the things you actually want to do so that you don't actually have to deal with who you're going to become. That make sense?
But so the ego would be holding me back to keep me like comfortable in the life that I'm really good at now.
Yes. Instead of
Rather than,
growing,
like-
because growth hurts. Growth, like you can't grow without loss.
You have to prune.
So something gets pruned, but it's your ego that gets pruned. So it's just kind of like if you let go of your ego and just let yourself be, it's really hard because it feels like you're falling off a cliff the whole time. Like, who am I becoming? Anything could happen, but really you're just becoming a bigger person. Just letting go of that
Growing
ego.
pains.
Yeah. But I think doing this and starting to be okay with like you and us both being on the internet again and having a project and putting all this time and money and everything into it just because it's like, hey man, I want to do something
Yeah,
again.
fuck
I
it.
want to have fun at life. I want to live. I'm turning 30 in a few weeks. I want to live.
Yeah,
Let's
me too.
live.
Me
Like
too.
I just want to fucking live.
I'm turning 30.
And I think it's honestly coming off these antidepressants has made me want to live, is because with antidepressants, it's just a little easier to be okay with everything. Like everything's just like, it's like, it's so mild, but it's so big at the same time that now that I'm feeling everything again, I'm like, fuck, man, this is not living. I want to live.
Yeah.
Like I want to be happy. I want to be really fucking happy. And this is what I'm going to do to do it. And it's like, if it's just us having a bullshit podcast and living this character
No,
fun
not
life.
bullshit.
But I'm just saying, if that's all
I know,
it
no,
was,
I know. It's
I
supposed
would
to be fucking no big deal, yeah.
I would still
Fuck
just be loving it.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
No, that's well, you just said that was beautiful. You said like coming off the antidepressants, being on the antidepressants, I felt fine, most of the time, and then like coming off of them, like once I started to feel again, I was like, I'm not feeling anything because this is not the life I want to be living. I need to feel more, and like so this is episode 3, and I already feel way more comfortable than I did episode 1. I'm more comfortable than I did episode 2, and I know that having today off and being able to like go to the farmer's market with my lady.
It's gonna be an
like,
interesting
garden.
contrast, honestly, to see the episode 2 podcast and this one, because the episode 2 one was so much lighter. You could already feel it.
Well, when I was up at 4 a.m., worked all day, worked out. I feel like that's what this podcast for me is going to be. Is some days are going to like, it's going to be a stretch to like sit and talk. But the reality is even no matter how fucking tired I am or how much blood there's been splattered on me some days, I'll always want to sit in front of these cameras and present my truth. Present your truth. Brought to you by Present Your Truth.
Brought to you by Bounty.
Welcome back to Present Your Truth. This is a segment of our show, Those Boys, where we call up some of our most favorite friends and we ask them truth or truth, where they have to present one of the truths that we ask them. Oh, wait, we don't have our phones. Echo.
No, what are you doing?
Call Nat.
No, what? No.
Calling Nat's mobile.
Hopefully the mics pick it up.
I'll turn it up. Echo.
Volume 10.
Volume 10.
What's the truth she's presenting?
Do you want to answer? Natalie never answers. Our sister. I wish she would, though. She'd be on the podcast. Let's leave her. We'll leave her a message. We'll leave her a message.
I mean, I don't know why we're calling her in the first place, but go for it. Leave her a message.
This is the segment.
Yeah, it's your segment.
You know what? Forget it.
No, we got this.
When you have finished recording,
Do we have to yell so it picks it up?
It'd be really funny if we did.
Hey, Nat.
I'm here too, Nat.
Yeah, both your brothers are here, and we're actually live on for you live on this voicemail, Those Boys podcast.
Yeah.
And we're talking to you through the Echo. We were going to bring you as our first guest on the segment.
But that's okay.
Tell the truth.
Truth something. Something about truths.
Say the child. Well, how did I already forget it?
I don't know. But we'll try next time.
Yeah, try next time. All right, bye, Nat.
Bye,
Echo.
Nat.
Hang up the fucking phone.
I don't think.
If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4.
Echo. Hang up.
Hopefully I left that.
Tell the truth. Say the truth. What was it?
Say you said, dude, it was like you can have one or two truths.
Yeah.
Two truths that we choose.
Yeah. I said you have to
That's
answer
awesome.
one of the truths. So 2 questions. You get 2 truths. Normally it's truth or dare. So this is truth or truth, which means you get 2 questions. You have to answer one. You can't get out of the game. So like
What's
one
the
question's
truth?
like, have you ever been really bad? And then the second question's like, how old are you? Or like, are you this age? Like they're both like one's really bad and the other one's really easy.
And so they get to choose.
And they get to choose, and of course everyone's going to choose like the easy one. Yeah, and it's like truth or truth. Welcome to our segment, Truth or Truth. Where we call our best friends. Okay. Frick it. Let's just try one, and then if this works, we'll leave it. If not,
We'll cut it
because it's pretty loud. I don't know why it wouldn't, and I feel like you
What
know,
are we asking
you're
him?
so good. Oh my god,
A truth and
Here-
a truth. What's going to be the truth we're asking?
Where's
him?
your character right now?
I'm gonna get
I
it.
feel like you're like right now. You're
Ready.
like, what are we doing right now? Man? Are we podcasting right now?
Yeah.
I forget. Like, are we? I forget, Nathan. Are we? What are we doing right now, dude?
Ah, fuck you, dude.
I don't-
Just let me
where-
live. Live and let live, dude.
Wait, what-
Live and let live.
Wait, what did you
dude.
say, bro?
I said live and let live.
Oh,
man.
the lights. The lights.
Live and let live.
The light.
All right, dude.
Echo. Call Jim Tower.
Calling Jim Tower's mobile.
Don't mess with it. Just leave it. It's fine.
Hey there, Jim. Welcome back to another edition of Truth or Truth.
Truth or Truth.
You are live right now on the Those Boys podcast.
I
This is
cannot hear anything you're saying. You sound like you're stairwell.
It's because of the echo.
Wait, you can't hear me right now?
Barely.
All right, well, you're on an episode of the Those Boys podcast. Are you ready to play?
What?
All right, this is not gonna work.
Yes,
You're gonna have to just recall him on your phone and put it to the mic.
I
Call
don't
him on
have
your
a phone.
Fuck, we don't have.
That's why I'm
phones.
doing it through Echo.
I don't know.
Just hold on, Jim. Just stay on the phone, Jim. Hold on.
Okay. Hey, bud.
All right, Jim, can you hear me now?
Not really. Kinda.
How about now?
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
All right, man. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so we're on episode 3 of Those Boys podcast with Nene or Nathan, and then Zach's here, and we're live right now. And we called Natalie. She didn't pick up, of course, but you're going to be our first guest of the segment Truth or Truth.
Truth or truth.
I'll take a truth. Thank you.
All right, yes, that's exactly right. All right, so we're gonna give you 2 questions here, and then you're gonna have to choose which one you're gonna tell the truth of. Okay? Okay. Question number 1 comes from me, Nathan. Question is: have you ever found yourself in a situation with an underage woman?
And then that's it, right? No.
Wait, say that again. I can hardly hear you. Say it again.
All right. The first question that you don't have to answer yet, because they're going to have 2 questions, and you can choose which truth you want to answer.
Okay.
First question is, have you ever found yourself in a situation with an underage woman?
Have I ever found myself in a situation with an underage woman?
Yeah. Don't answer yet. Don't answer yet.
Oh, he just said he has not.
He already chose his answer. It's okay.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim, for playing this first episode and round of Truth or Truth. We really appreciate you. Blessings. Thank you for picking up, and we'll catch you on the next round. Anyways, catch James Tower. He's put out some new music soon. This has been great.
We'll put up his handle right here.
We'll put up his handle. You can click it right there. That's right. Okay.
Okay. I have not, nor do I ever plan to, so I appreciate the question.
The other question was going to be,
How tall are you?
so
we're glad you chose that one.
Okay, what's the other question?
thank you for playing this episode of Truth or Truth.
There you go. Yeah, that's how we're gonna hang up. Because how do you hang up? Which one do you hit? That's good.
You have to tell Echo to hang up. I just feel like that sounds like a hang up. You know, when you flip
Yeah.
the phone,
Yeah.
the future of like, we're done.
It's kind of a funny way to do the call-in because it's so horrible quality. Like once you brought him there, he sounds totally fine for to be on the podcast, but he just did not seem like he could hear us at all.
Not at all.
That would be really funny if that was our little call-in thing, because it would never go well.
I wish it went better though, because that'd be really nice to be able to just like do call-ins with like an echo and throw. I bet you the newer ones are a little bit better. You know what? This is like straight up. All of you have products at your houses right now that you could be doing the same thing. Take your phones, set them up on tripods, take
Nate,
your echoes.
Take that echo off. It looks so janky.
I will. I just need to let it load so I know it works.
Why would it not work?
You hear that? That's
dog.
Atmore. They're back from their walk. I feel like we really need to clean up the podcast now that she's back, you know?
She should just boot her from the house.
Hey, Megan. You wanna come say hi?
No. Okay, well then get the fuck out.
I love you.
No, I'm kidding. You can listen. It's just hard to think.
Have you ever? You know what microgreens are?
I think
Thanks,
so.
Jim.
Is
That
it
was
like-
fun, Jim. Jim, let's talk about Jim because he's always such a good. He's a good sport. That Jim guy. He was on track number 2 of my album from Neo Man right before the pandemic. If you love me, show me. Show me. If you love me. show me you can have anything. Say the word, and it's all yours.
All right. That's Jim.
Jim sang. He's makes a lot of music under the artist named James Tower. He's a guitarist, singer, songwriter, phenomenal musician, and has been in my life for many years. Was a USF graduate, moved to LA to do acting, realized not worth it, and came back to do music. Always has, and love the guy. Can't wait for the next Truth or Truth. That was fun.
That was fun. Next time, let's do it with the phone. And you just,
We don't have a fucking phone, dude.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know, man. Are you having a stroke?
Yeah.
In this episode, we are going to ask Zach 3 questions. And these 3 questions are going to see if he's present or on planet Venus. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready to play.
What is the difference between a paradigm and a paraglider?
A paradigm? What's a paradigm? Is that a thing? Are you sure it's a word?
Okay, question number 2. What color is the sun?
Color of hot. It's a hot color.
Right.
Heat.
Question number 3.
Yeah.
What moves like water but sounds like fish?
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, you got. Of course, you got that one right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of
Yep.
what moves like water but sounds like. Oh, it's macaroni cheese. Damn. Well, he's not having a stroke today, but we did think that it's like maybe you're like on a hilly. You're hilly today. You know, you're like, hey.
Hey, boy, you're hilly today.
Hey.
Oh.
You have anything for me today, man?
What do you? Oh, okay. You mean am I going to bring anything to the conversation?
Yes.
Well, I was just waiting for you to stop taking it over, but it's chilling, dude.
What do you mean taking it over?
No,
This is called content. It's got to fill the void, man.
No, that was good content. Good job. Good leadership.
I'm just rolling with it. I'm just really present now. That's what I was trying to explain. Is that
Yeah.
I feel like I really enjoy doing this, and like it's really fun, and so like I don't feel like I'm not as sitting here. Like I feel like I'm actually like when you're talking, I can hear you. Sometimes I feel like doing this. Yeah, I definitely can over talk because that's just who I am. But I feel like that's why I like doing this, is because this is a place to get out a lot of like fucking banter and just go fucking nuts. So come on, man, give me your worst.
So what's your opinion on cold therapy?
You mean like go to the ice?
Yeah, like ice baths every morning.
I don't know my opinion. I don't really know if I have an opinion, but I definitely wanted to get into it.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get into it, but like, you know, the whole Joe Rogan and then Kevin Hart, and like there was like these, you know, Kevin Hart's got that podcast sponsored by Old Spice or whatever, where they sit in it. But they have some pretty cool ones they've made now, and like they have the saunas and then ice baths. I think
So supposedly, because Dr. Huberman in his podcast, he was saying that a new study just came out that said, I think it's 51 minutes in a sauna or like a hot environment, like 180 degrees, whatever it is that it can get up and do in a sauna.
Damn.
That might be way higher, but whatever it is in a sauna, 51 minutes. And then it's like 7 or 13 minutes in an ice bath is the prime. If you do that every day, it like is the Goldilocks brain enhancer present thing you can do. I don't know. It's like the best thing for the body.
Yeah. The sauna or the ice bath?
Both. So the sauna is 51 minutes, supposedly, is the best for the body. And like it's like 13, or it's like something really small for the ice bath, like 7 minutes or something.
Well, why is it? And then like, yeah, I don't know, but I know that it's, I haven't done too much reading on it, but I mean, I'm down for anything that sucks that supposedly makes you healthier.
If you sit in an ice bath, like if you sit in an ice bath, I'm pretty sure for like 10 minutes, you burn like 800 calories, dude.
What?
Yeah, because your body, it takes a lot more energy.
Oh fuck, dude. Does it get easier? Oh, does it get easier? Does it get easier? Does it get like that?
Nice. My light went off, but that was nice.
Why'd your light go off?
I don't know.
Why does it always like your?
Oops.
Anyways. That's what we're gonna do whenever there's malfunctions.
You know, see the next step, dude, if we got really into this whole podcasting thing, because the real podcasters, what they do is they have
The real podcast.
well, the people that do it for like a living is
the ones that make money with merch.
or like Cody Co. And
Fucking
his
love
buddy,
Cody Co.
But like he's been
Vine.
He's been a
Following you since Vine.
he's been an influencer for a minute now.
I can't wait to meet Cody Co and do the
I know.
podcast with him.
I know.
Him and
Whatever his name is, yeah. But they're
God bless. We love you too, bro.
Yeah, we do. Promise.
Cody. Why does Cody Co? I feel like he just had such a big Vine presence, and then their YouTube podcast blew up.
He's done social media right.
They
this whole
recently
time.
came out for something, and I can't remember what it was.
They're both actors. So the thing is they went from like doing shorts or whatever on YouTube, like a lot of the influencers did. Same with like Dobrik and everyone, and they started influencing.
Sure.
Just as the generation changes, if TikTok became the new number one, they would just become the new number one on that because they'll just crack the system. It's almost like social media cracking. That's the way I look at it. But like Cody Co is one of them, and in their podcasts, they'll also like Chad and JT do this too, where they'll have a Patreon where they have an unfiltered podcast. So it's like they'll do
Everyone does a Patreon.
They'll do an hour for their podcast, and then they do an hour for the Patreon.
Yeah, like behind the scenes, like
Yeah.
the hour after and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And then so like Your Mom's House on YouTube, and I just saw this. This is crazy because I love Your Mom's House. Do you follow Your Mom's House? Tom Segura, Christina Polinsky,
I don't follow
Christina
it, no.
P. Love them. Very mad success. I've watched them before the pandemic, and then got like everyone just blew up. And but they have Your Mom's House Studios, and then they do the podcast, and their Mom's House Studios has like other shows in it. And like, so on YouTube, you go to their channel and it's like Your Mom's House Studios, and you can subscribe to their channel on YouTube for $6 a month. It's like, that's how much Disney Plus is.
Yeah.
And you can subscribe to their YouTube channel where you get like all this behind the scene content. They do like, and then you can pay and buy tickets for their live podcasts.
Wait, who is this? Oh, this is
Tom Segura,
So they're
comedian.
they're just influencers then.
No, they're the most, like, they're massively successful.
No,
like,
100%.
They do these live podcasts where it's like they're gonna go live, and then it's like they make all this fucking money.
Look at how the society is just changing, dude. Ever since the pandemic.
It has changed, bro. It's changed. It's not changing. I've been telling you, man, we're gonna crack the code, okay? I've been telling you, I've been on TikTok, I've been watching TikTok, and we're gonna crack the code.
Wait. Let me just repeat what you just said. Did you say you've been on TikTok?
Yeah, man, I've been on TikTok for the last year, just researching it like a religion.
No, dude, you don't. You don't even have TikTok on your phone.
I don't have TikTok on my phone, but I'm being you because every single time I say that, so you're like, it's a different world, man. World's changing, bro. It's the future, bro. We gotta crack the code. The reason why this is happening is because of you. The only reason why we're doing this is because of you.
Yeah, I did.
You have cracked the code. I'm on it. I'm surfing it with you, bro.
Yeah, I did.
The thing is
Right. He normally passes out like this every when he gets really excited. He'll
how do you
take
feel?
a quick cat nap, we call it.
How do you feel about shit that we don't care about?
I probably don't feel.
Did you hear
about
about? Okay, so this is just that Senator Marjorie, the crazy QAnon conservative lady who's like,
she's so fine. Fuck.
yeah, it's worthy. You know what I'm saying? Worthy.
So worthy, dude.
I guess somebody called like 2 FBI raids on her house.
Good. That bitch is crazy, dude.
But dude, they called too. Like, could you imagine like being at your house? Like, I hate abortion. Do you realize? Hey, you guys know what I did today? I did. Oh my God! Ah! And it's like they hate me. They called the SWAT, and then like 2 days later, you're like, it never happened again. It's police, the SWAT. And you're like, oh my God! It's like the best prank on a senator is calling the SWAT on them. That would suck.
How do you just call the SWAT on somebody?
Well planned, Gen Zers.
Yeah.
Who are like, we're gonna get this. How the old fat? We're gonna get it. We're gonna prank call this bitch.
Yeah, prank call with some obscure.
I think
files.
it's like pretending to be, the senator and being like, I'm in my house and there's a robber. There's somebody in there. Kid, you tried to kill me. And you play that and the police believe it. And they you cut off the phone line so they can't, whatever. And then bam, the SWAT just go in there right away because they know, because they're like, we're conservatives too. We got to protect the senator. And they're all of a sudden they break in there and everyone's standing there like, oh, we're a bunch of dummies.
Yes, that's
Remember
awesome.
when the Gen Zers did that thing to Trump's website you were telling me about with TikTok?
Yeah. It was they would go onto Trump's website and fill up a cart with as much as you could fill into it to have these $100,000 full carts so that the factories printing the Make America Great Again would just prepare for these orders, because a lot of these companies that would order a lot of them would have these huge carts, and it would kind of be an indicator before they would buy it that they need to make more hats, right? So they would do it with hundreds of thousands of accounts. So it looks like billions of hats need to be made.
Billions
and so they just lose all this money
billions.
on merchandise. It's brilliant.
Wow, that's so smart. I love it. I feel like all the generations before us shit on us.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're supposed to shit on the generations after you. And I'm over here my son is insanely brilliant. I see him as an individual, already look up to him. He gives me advice on my relationship and everything. It's amazing. And respectfully. We're 11-year-old advice. I take it like a grain of salt. Then I sprinkle it and I drink it down. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. We're gonna move on. No, we weren't even talking about anything serious, so I can't remember it, to be honest. And it's gone. And,
yeah, damn.
And it's gone.
Yeah. And then when you try to
toast.
find it, it's just not coming
Man,
back.
the lighting behind you as the sun's setting, just on the windows, is starting to get so beautiful.
Nice, dude. I look hot as fuck.
I just think you're lucky to be in the sunshine
Dude,
chair.
I am. I'm privileged.
You can see all the scratches from Obi and the cats. They ripped it apart. We found this chair at the thrift store. Everything you see, it's most of the shit. I found this camping. Refinished this.
There was a homeless man that used to use this chair as his toilet.
That's not true.
Nate's the guy that when he lived in the city, he'd walk across anything just sitting on the street and be like, "Hey Zach, no, we're gonna take that with us as we go." And because people just leave stuff on the side of the street if they need the recycling people to come take it, and it'll be valuable shit. But we'll need to go 40 blocks on Muni, and he'd be like, "Hey man, pick up those speakers. Can you carry those? I already have these ones over here, and I have this table." And we would just when what became going out to lunch in the city would be like, "Oh yeah, can you just help me bring all this stuff back to my house too?" So many years he did that, dude.
Man, that's what these speakers are from.
I know, it's legit. I love it.
Funny times.
Yeah.
Free organ. You helped me pick up that organ. You got that up to the condo for me.
I did.
And then I hired movers. I'm a big fan of secondhand shit, man. It makes sense to me. Recycled, reused. Some of the best shit has already been used and worked in.
And free. Sometimes it's just all free.
The free is the best part, but I feel like on the streets, it's the second best. Because most people look at that and they're like, and then I'm like, it's a motherfucking gold mine out here. Just gotta open up your mind. Use your hands and bring it right back. Every single time. Every single time. Grab a friend, grab a family member every single time. Grab the things on the street. Bring it back. It's worth a dime. Polish it off clean. I don't even know who I'm trying to be, but it's nice.
Yeah, that was nice. Thanks for blessing us with that.
You're welcome. Amen.
Yeah. Amen, brother.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. Brother.
Dude, that hard
brother.
Thanks, brother.
Brother.
That reminds me of youth group and the youth pastors.
Amen, brother.
Amen, brother.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and open up your Bibles to John chapter 6.
We're going to be talking about
the grace of God.
The grace of God today.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father.
Bow your heads with me.
Heavenly Father. Quiet in the back. Quiet in the back. Heavenly Father. We come before you. Quiet. Please be quiet in the back.
Yeah, that's right. That seems about right. That feels about right.
You know who I would love to have on our podcast?
I already know who you're gonna say.
Wilder.
Oh yeah, no, I think I would love it if Wilder came
Wilder
up.
was right here in the center.
Yeah, they would love that.
Oh man, I forgot to even put something in the centerpiece,
dude.
If we had a person in the center that we could interview right here,
yeah,
that'd be perfect.
They'd be a perfect guest.
I know they would be.
Don't they have their own podcast?
I don't know, but we should definitely link up with them when we're ready to start interviewing people or like having people on with us. I don't even think it's interview. It has to be interviewing, right? Because we're like, that's what it's about. It's about helping each other out.
Well, it would be majority
building.
of the podcasts are going to be like this, right? But then we have guests sometimes.
I think it's going to grow.
And then we're going to see where it goes.
I think it's going to grow. I think that I'm going to get better. You're going to get better. I'm going to get better. You're going to get better.
Dude.
I came up with this great saying, by the way.
I'm good, okay? I'm good. That bounce, that perfect on the tailbone bounce laugh. It looks like a straight seizure.
I came up with this great saying that was like, no, I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys. That's it. That's so stupid, right? But how fucking ridiculous does that sound? No, okay. I am one of these guys.
No, Jeffrey, I'm one of these guys.
Yeah.
And that makes me one of those boys.
Yeah, exactly. Or, Mom, I'm one of these guys, okay? Which makes me one of these boys. That's all I'm trying to say. Those boys. If we just had those clips of us like looking in the mirror, like, you are one of these guys, which makes you one of those boys. Those boys.
That's why we need to do more like shorts and stuff.
How about this? I'll do one right now, then you do one, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I am one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys. It's a little much, but I'll take it for now. You go.
No, dude, yours was really good.
No, we're going to go back and forth.
Okay.
We'll take different cuts.
Right. Does it have to be that aggressive?
Whatever you want it to be.
I'm one of these boys.
Oh,
that makes
these
me
boys?
One of those boys.
These guys. I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys.
I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys. It's just, that's
okay,
tough.
I'm going to do it's not tough. I'm going to do my second one. You'll get it.
You'll get there, baby. You'll learn.
I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys.
Oh, dude, that was good.
Oh, I had it.
Hey, I'm one of these guys, and that makes me one of those boys.
I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys.
Those boys.
You know what? Here's how I'm going to try telling how it is, okay? I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of those boys. Ow! Hit my thumb on the mic. Why?
Donnie!
Why so sour? Why are you so sour?
What a nasally, nasty voice, man.
I have
Why so sour?
I have a lot of voices here. It's
Right, check this out, right, mates. Literally, I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of these boys. Fuck out, let's go, mate.
That was
Stockport, Manchester, UK.
Oh, man, that
Manchester, UK. Yo, what's up?
Sick accent, man.
No, fuck this accent. Fucking
Yeah.
stupid. It's stupid, really. Literally, it's really dumb. Literally, it's a little bit higher up here if you want to get on the menjas.
It makes me cringe.
It makes you cringe if we get on the menjas.
I don't like it.
I'm one of these guys, which makes me one of these boys. Sean Connery, 007, James Bond, Sean Connery.
I can keep going. I can bring it.
No, we're good, dude. We don't need any more. It's fine.
What?
Yeah, no, we don't need more of your impressions. I think we've seen a good start to them.
You don't need any more impressions?
No, you're doing great, Nate.
You're just gonna. I'm
joking.
I'm just bringing it,
Bring it, dude.
and I'm sensitive
Be sensitive.
because I have to start work. Like I have to go to a PALS class tomorrow.
Pallets?
PALS,
What's that?
Pediatric Advanced Life Support.
What does that mean?
Means I have to send an 8-hour class to relearn the basics of the American Heart Association for Pediatric Advanced Life Support. You know, like CPR in kids and giving them medicine like amiodarone and adenosine and epinephrine. You know, and like, oh my gosh, they're not breathing. No, they didn't make it. Bummer. But at least I took that class.
Yeah. Because it's that hard.
Yeah, it's a sad reality. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, the class is there. All right, real life.
Oh! Oh! God, does it feel real?
What?
Do they have like
the class?
Ever
since COVID, they don't even let you do mannequins anymore because of COVID. You know, unfortunately, we're not going to be doing any mock codes because of COVID. They don't want you touching each other or any mannequins, so we're going to be just doing it in our heads, and we hope for the best.
Lovely.
And then it's like, do you think maybe if we're not actually doing close to a reenactment, people are going to die? Yes. Thank you. That's like how it is now.
Yeah.
No, the class I go to is it's like a private guy. His name's Michael Giamatti. Michael Giamatti. He's been doing it a long time. He's a paramedic. He was a paramedic in Los Angeles in the 1980s, and he always talks about it. I was a paramedic in the 1970s and 1980s. You want to know what that was like? People sleep on the streets, not really asleep. Go up to them, poke them, put them in the back of your car, take them to the hospital, drop them off. Good times, good times. It's a whole lot back then. You're like, okay.
This is the guy you work for?
No, it's the guy I'm going to go take the POWs class from.
Oh.
You dumb fuck.
Okay, well, we're all trying here. Everyone's trying.
I took 20 milligrams of THC edible before we started. So that's been nice as it's been coasting up here.
Yeah. It's always weird getting more stoned with these headphones on because you're just so having just our voices in here. That's like really consuming all your senses.
It makes me feel like it makes me so easy that like, I feel like now we're just in it. Like I feel like I forget.
That's what makes me more present is honestly like the encompass of the headphones.
Yeah. It's all about being more present now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been that. I feel like we're learning that more and more. How to be more present. This is good practice. It's really hard, right?
Yeah. It can be tough.
You felt a little more disassociated today.
I'm just chilling, dude.
Well, I mean, isn't that a cop out for being a little more disassociative?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, but I'm not disassociating. I'm more just like watching you as entertainment. You can get on these entertaining waves sometimes where it's more of like, oh, there's not much room for me to talk in the terms of, but you're still being entertaining. So it's kind of like I'm just watching sometimes.
Room for you to talk.
Yeah. Sometimes
I feel like I'm giving you a lot of room.
All right.
You just got to fill it, bro.
All right.
Isn't that what that was all about? Is filling the space? The more and more we do it, the less uncomfortable you'll feel doing it. You'll feel like you can just have yourself more, be yourself and entertain and talk and not get too lost in the sauce. Like, who fucking cares? Just have fun,
Well, I'm probably just getting too stoned, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, because you've handed me that like 3 times, and I still get pretty high. Like,
I mean, I'm really stoned right now.
I know you live stoned, but if I start to get really comfortable and I start to get really too stoned, I'm just like, oh, this is where I want to be.
Maybe it's just like too stoned in front of cameras and lights that makes it uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, it's overwhelming when you're more stoned, but for you, you're probably fine with it.
I feel like I can just let go of everything else in the world because I feel like I'm stoned and I'm on camera and like that can be goofy because I know that like the way I look on camera, like even just doing it a handful of times and seeing myself, I'm like, oh, that's right. Like the more I talk, the better I look.
Yeah,
because it's just providing more content.
Yeah,
it's the same thing in like anything. Like the moment now we're sitting here, this is about what content we're breeding. So like even if whatever you're saying is just like, I feel like people will just listen, like, at least for me, I just listen to people. I don't even hear them sometimes. It's just their voices going because their voices sound like good on mics, and it feels so comforting. And like, there's a lot of things about podcasting that I think are like, what's it, ASMR? Like, there's a lot more about that that's like,
oh, no, for sure.
More like on that level.
Yeah, no.
And so, but for me, me, I just talk. I just love to talk. That's why doing this is nice for me because I can get it out. I feel like that's like, it's like either Megan or this. Either Megan has to take it but we've always been different that way. Like you're just quieter in general, I think, compared to like me. But
no, yeah. Sometimes I just like to listen. But I mean, we're on a podcast. I shouldn't just be doing that. But I mean, there's
you can do whatever the fuck you want because we're those boys. You were those boys. You do the fuck you want, man.
Yeah, brother.
It does start to feel like because we're getting more professional. Already, it's starting to feel a little bit more like it don't fucking matter, dude. It don't fucking matter. Although this is the best setup yet.
Yeah, this one feels
I wish I would have put something right here. We do get a little too high. We've talked about that. I feel like the more we want to be, the more serious we're going to want to get it with this, the more serious we'll take it.
Yeah.
And I think being high is a reward, but I also think being high is creative. And for me, at least, like it's just comforting. It's very comforting for me.
It's a hit or miss for me.
I think setting up can be dangerous, man. Setting up can be tiring.
Yeah, it really is.
I notice how I try to set up how the background's going to look, and you'll get lost in getting the perfect angles. And in the end,
it's just a lot to set up.
But dude, in the end, all that got set up was 2 phones, lights, done.
Yeah.
And I think like there's so much time being spent on like trying to get it perfect. And the reality is this is it. Now we know that this is the setup. There should be now we know if we add another person, we just need another exact light like that. And that's good. I bet you this is going to be the best looking footage we have yet. Like you're going to have, I can even see you, like your line is perfect on your face. So it'll be a little bit darker, but.
No, yeah, you look really well lit up too.
I think the goal is just to get not too lost in this setup because we have to set it up. But like the whole point is like, we don't even have cameras yet. So we're just it's about bringing it in conversation and trying to like be these characters. Like I don't really feel like Nathan up here at all.
Yeah.
I feel like Nene. I do not feel like Nathan. And I feel like that's like how I want to present myself is like, this is my creative, like energetic side. Like whenever like, and the major difference now is it's like there's weed, but like even that, like I want less of because like now there's no booze and that makes me feel a lot, sometimes even more, like you were saying, more feeling. And alcohol is kind of like, ooh. And so I just feel like there's a lot we're going to bring to this podcast. I think there's a lot we have to say.
Yeah.
And it'll take time to like get into it. And I feel like I can over talk a lot. And so you're right. I'll try to work on leaving space for you, especially like in podcasts where there should be that space. It should be that vulnerable. I mean, we're brothers. We do this. The whole time we're setting up, we're talking just about deep shit, crazy deep shit, vulnerable. We're asking advice about our relationships. And then after the podcast, when we break down, we're talking about crazy shit. And so like, it's just about you and I like trusting one another and having fun. Like, I don't know, man. I think like, and what's also awesome is that you're sexy as fuck. You don't ever have to talk and you could just sit there looking like this and clip to yourself. And it would just be like, I kind of like that because he's so hot. He's like so quiet. And everyone knows the quietest one in the room's the sexiest. You know, like the mysterious one.
Totally, dude. Everyone knows
like,
that.
I bet you the quietest one does anal.
Well, I'm not really that into the...
I bet you the loudest one does anal.
To the anal game. It seems more painful than it seems enjoyable.
It seems more tingly than it is hot.
It seems more tingly than it is hot.
Pills are good. Pills are good.
I thought he was just quiet.
Got robbed by an old lady in a motorized cart.
I didn't even see it coming. Harry? Hungry little fella. Different movie. I appreciate you. I love you very much.
Love you too, brother.
I love you too, brother.
Love you too, brother.
Your birthday's coming up.
A few weeks, baby. And we're going to try our best to do, because I'm going camping for my 30th birthday. Yay, 30, dude. Going into my 30s.
Peloton legs.
Yeah, dude. Peloton legs. I'm going into my 30s.
30th birthday, man. I know.
But
I'm
we're going
excited.
Camping because it's I love camping. And so we're going to try to podcast out there. And
in the tent, right?
Possibly have my
be hot.
lady on as a guest. We're not sure yet.
We'll see if I have my son who might be with us. Maybe
dude, that would
Megan
be
be out of
fun.
town.
What a fun podcast that would be.
Yeah, Evan would have to sign like I don't know, man. Like the thing that scares me is like I never want to have my kid.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
I never want to present my kid ever again until
I just
he's
love your
of
son.
age.
I love hanging around your son.
He's
so
amazing.
it's like
that's the thing.
He would bring so much conversation.
I used to like post him a lot in my old, I was like more public before the pandemic. I just was like using so much of Instagram and stuff. And like now, like I've just had a reckoning in my life where like I'm the only person that I can use for entertainment now. I can't use other people. Like I used to be like, even like posting with Megan, it's like the thing is me and Megan now have learned like when Megan shares stuff of me, it makes me just feel good. And if I share stuff of her, but I just don't share anything. And she knows it's not like, that's not what it's about. And I think that's just really important. It has to be like for you. And we've always talked about this. And in the past, using Evan for like pictures, and I would get so many likes and DMs, like people just being like, he's so cute. I used to be like, yeah, this feels good. But like, why do I feel like this is a little bit weird? Like I shouldn't maybe be like, Evan has no say in this. He doesn't even know what's going on really. And it just doesn't seem right. And so I'm like, done like that. None of that. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like okay. it'll be nice to have him when he's like of age to do it, you know? I mean,
maybe it really depends, man. Like, what if it like? I think it's his job to choose to want to be that.
He's a whole different generation.
I would never want to force.
He's making movies right now with his iPad. He's like filming,
but he has no
recording.
idea what it means yet to be posting onto the internet.
Oh no, he. You know, I mean, he's pretty. I don't think he cares about that. I think he wants to make more friends online. I think he just wants to make more friends online. He makes so many good friends like online. I hear them like they support each other. He's such a huge gamer. Yeah, and he like loves making movies on his iPad. It's fucking awesome. It's so cute.
Just like you, dude. When you were his age, when you were 10 years old, you were making me be the actor in your trailers that you would do, and you would reenact Lord of the Rings and all these like medieval movies, and we had so many trailers. And then we started doing the Urgency series.
That was way before I was doing was that after? Maybe Urgency when you used the whole family. Then I started doing like we didn't even know this is what they were, but I was making like those day in the lives where I was like filming the family doing just stuff around the house and then like editing it and then doing like audio in the background. Yeah. And being like, I don't even know there's something wrong with them. My family, I think there's something wrong with my family. I would walk out and like, you were on the computer and there's that shot and it would be like, he's always on his computer, and it'd be like watching their TV.
You made us the audience, and you just filmed us in little clips, and then you edited them together. So it's like you stood in front of a mirror and reacted to each little stupid clip. But then it turned out to be this really well edited, like goofy kid video reacting, kind of like an Even Stevens type of reaction.
Yeah,
back
very
then.
much Even Stevens. Then I did a movie project in 7th grade for the Count of Monte Cristo, where we put sheets up in the hallway and and then I got to use amazing Canon camera. Like that's the benefits of being a pastor's kid, right? Is being able to use the rich people's in the church.
But what's so funny is that camera now is terrible.
Still, like, dude, that was the camera like skaters used.
Oh no, for sure. That's the one, dude. That's the camera that you walked in on me on with, and you remember you were all like, you sleeping, and you had it in my face, and I was all, get that one face, dude. Get it. And I started walking to bed like I'm going to bed. And I was like,
do you know I have
so pissed
all
off.
of those tapes?
Lovely.
I have all of those tapes in a box.
Yeah.
So I've never looked at.
Your job should be to somehow digitize them.
I know. I need to digitize them.
And give them to me so we can throw them as podcast clips.
I'm so nervous what would be on that shit.
Yeah, we wouldn't use anything that we can't use.
It would be so fun to watch it. That'd be crazy.
It would be really fun. We totally got to do it.
Oh, I don't even remember how this shit that I probably filmed.
I don't know.
What are those tapes called? They're called DS or they're called DD.
The small tapes, right?
Yeah, what are they called?
I don't know.
Mini DS
VHSs type of thing.
Mini DS or something, DVDs or something. I don't know because it was digital.
Yeah, dude. I remember I used to record all my old skate videos on mom and dad's little handheld.
Oh yeah,
with the little
that was what we did Lego
tape.
movies on.
Yeah, Lego movies.
Stop motion Lego movies.
You hit the record button.
Red button.
You'd make your own pick-to-pick movies.
Red button.
Yeah, dude, those are fun.
Man,
we were so creative.
Yep, we were very creative.
We were such creative kids. We were consistently creating.
Just like Evan. It's like almost like it's in our spirit.
Dude, there is something in us to just want to consistently create all the time.
I know. And make new things and makes like if there's something that's not in the room, we'll put something there. If the desk is boring, we'll make it less boring.
It's almost like we're always trying to fill the voids.
Yeah. But it makes sense. Megan talks about it all the time. It's nice, like Megan's so logical, and which I see her as a creative genius. But as we've gotten to really learn each other, like her, just the way her mind works and emotionally, mentally, and how she sees things and like responds to them is very logical. So she's, like things have to go like A, B, C, D, E, F. And like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, why don't we take A and turn it into B by like melting it and then reforming it? And like my brain thinks like breaking things down and rebuilding it and like, or now if this doesn't work, it'll never work. Because it's like, there's such a black and whiteness, and like Megan's so worldly and like she's really like philosophical, and she's read so many books that like being such a logical person that there's like such a wide vast of knowledge on just like the way different people think and whatnot. And I don't know, man, it's all fascinating shit to me.
Yeah, she is kind of like an evil, intelligent genius.
Yeah, loving.
Oh no, for sure.
But you mean like
what did I say?
Evil.
Oh, I didn't mean evil. I didn't mean that. No, but an intelligent genius. Every time she has an opinion on something, It just sounds really intellectual. And I'm like, that's probably the right answer.
All of it is everything, man. It's wild. It's really like,
especially with anything with culture. So it's like, how should I respond to this as a white male? And she'll be like, well, you should blah, 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 blah because of this, and this, and this, and blah, 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 and then this.
The answer to how do you respond to this as a white male is to the same. Most people, this is the answer, I feel like, is shut the fuck up and listen. It's just easier in life to shut the fuck up and listen. And if you can do it, because sometimes I feel so. I was just talking to Vince and Jackie.
Really?
I caught up with both of them recently.
How long ago?
Like 5 days ago.
No shit, dude.
Yeah, and we talked to them for like an hour, and Vince just gave me so much of classic Vince advice.
Yeah.
And like I gave him, like I always try to give them some advice, but like Jackie got COVID 3 times.
What?
She got COVID so bad. She sounded so sick the last time I talked to her. But Vince gave me some like, he was just like, man, you're just like me, Nathan. You're just like me. You know, it's like you spend your entire life like putting yourself out there and like you do anything to get attention. And then all of a sudden you realize no one takes you seriously because you've done things like so crude or like harass or like what comes off so harsh when in reality you're just being yourself, like looking for love. And like the reality is you just got to shut the fuck up and listen, man. And what sucks is that when you really learn that, just shutting the fuck up and listening is not only is it attractive, it's sexy, right? And that's what we always talk about. It's attractive and it's sexy. Shut the fuck up and listen. It's attractive and sexy. I want to be attractive and sexy. I want to be attractive and sexy.
Yeah.
And
So he's still on that hype, huh?
No, it's not even on that hype. He's just that person.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like I am, like just like we are.
Yeah.
Like doing this, like he's a leader, you know?
Love it.
He's just a military Navy conservative boy, you know? But he's like very liberal too in so many ways, you know? Like the way he talks about things, just like it's really encouraging. It's very masculinity, but it's not toxic. You know, like certain things, he's very harsh in the way he talks, but he's like, I love how direct he is. And like, that's the way I communicate with people.
I think that also just communicates really well with you.
Yeah, very, very, very well with me. And because I need someone to be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then say something that I'm like,
that's interesting that you need that.
But the energy has to be out of love, where it's like, to me, it's like, I understand that because like, that's how things are in the hospital, where like there are doctors and nurses that are way more intelligent than me and smarter in the moment, where they're like, get the fuck out of the way, need this. And I'm like, that hurts. And I respect you.
Yeah.
And that feeling is like, you have to learn how to hold that in the world and trust that people are better than you. And you can like, people can survive if you allow people to do their strengths and you have your strengths.
Well, I think you're surrounded by that consistently in the hospital.
Oh yeah, like every day.
You're consistently approached by people more professional than you.
Yeah.
And yeah, some doctors are probably going to be just fucking idiots and still being doctors, but there's probably some amazing doctors that you're still just the help to them. You're just helping me do my job. You know, I'm a very like really
unfortunately that's a
people.
lot of doctors. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean there's probably some amazing doctors there.
I mean, like there's a new culture of doctors where like, I mean, everyone's really smart. I mean, I think some of the smartest people I've ever met are nurses. I mean, there's different levels of it. I think doctors are like Megans, you know, like there's like doctors and nurses. There's two, like their nurses are,
well, their brains are on different levels, dude. It's not
it's
even
like
it's not even that one is more
creative and logical are
intelligent.
two different things.
It's one like I feel like there's certain people who have to be the ones nourishing, and there's certain ones who have to be the ones trying to further science. And I don't think of doctors as nourishing. I think of doctors as, well, we're learning everything. We're working in the field, but we're also trying to like do more in the science in the field. That's what I think of what doctors should be. Whereas like nurses, like someone has to make the machine work. And also you need people who are good at working the machinery to make the machine work. And so it's like the nurses are the love and the care. Some people love that. You thrive off that. I don't think I could do that for more than about 5 years. And then I'd be like, I have to quit because it would just be too much PTSD. I think I'd have from that.
Why?
I don't know. The nursing job is a nuts job, but a doctor. So like, and then there's also just like high even up doctors that are just
doctors
doing
have
science.
a much higher suicide rate than nurses do.
For sure. I don't want to be a doctor.
I think it's, there's a lot of different, it's about finding something that you can wake up every day and go to and not like hate your life. And like, if you hate your life with what you do, you better fucking change your shit. And I think the reason why we're doing this is like, I mean, I really love my job, but at the same time, like I don't want to wake up tomorrow and go take this class and then wake up on Tuesday at 4 a.m. and then the next, you know, like there's so many ways I could say I don't want to do something, but like when it comes down to like me and who I am, I like being pushed. And so like when my body and my mind gets pushed, it forces me to be so present. And sometimes it's really hard for me to be present because I daydream a lot. And
yeah, same.
And so like when I'm in situations that are intense or like I wake up at 4 a.m. and I didn't sleep that well, and it's like, this hurts, my body hurts, and I don't want to do this. And it's like that headspace is like, I have a choice to either wake up that way, or I can like start finding myself in my abilities rather than searching for like a good day. It's like, no, I found myself waking up, found myself in the shower, I found myself getting ready for work, I found myself at work by 5:30, and I found myself like providing an excellent care by 6:30. And like, these are things I have found myself to be, and this is a good person. I have found myself to be a strong person. That's like a perspective. And every day I get the opportunity, because of like hard work and discipline, to practice that mentality. And that's a choice, and that requires me to like think that way, and that is changing my life. You know, it's like I find myself not drinking again, like this year. Like, I don't know if it's stoicism, it's presence. It's like, and I think that, so who I am is just learning that whether it was bartending before and drinking and whatever, like hard work is just like, is an easy way for me to feel disciplined, and for me to feel like I'm pushing myself to be a better person. And that's just something that I feel has been ingrained in me. That's something that I've like,
well, no, I think that's just being human, man.
Yeah.
You work hard on anything, and you put passion into anything. You put passion into all the school you went through to become a nurse. You put passion every single day you go to your job. You have to. That's the only reason why you get up as early as you do and deal with the shitty people that you deal with day in and day out, because there's a little bit of passion there to be that person, because you gain from it.
Yeah, I gain way more than I feel like the patients do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I get to meet all these, I mean, all the gardening.
But how long can you do that? Like, do you feel like you're coming up on an end to nursing?
I could do it forever, because there's so many different levels of nursing, and it's not like, I know it sounds like you were saying, you're right. Like, I think nursing is a philosophy of care, but nursing is extremely, you have to be like the style of nursing I'm in is much smart. Like, I don't want to say it's smarter, but it just requires a level of like an ability to like react quickly under pressure. So my job, if we were never doing this, right, it's like I still have so much purpose.
Yeah,
that's where gardening, and I get to buy this house, you know, like the career.
I think like a lot of part of like getting older and growing up is creating more things that give your life purpose, so that there's something about being human and wanting to like live on this life in this earth. And it's like, yeah, it's a disease if you don't. It's like, they call it depression,
right,
when you just don't want to live anymore. So start living, you know. It's like, start like gardening, fuck it, get into it. It's so interesting. Start like,
it's a secret.
Yeah, start doing a podcast.
A secret to life. Yeah, I think a podcast is a secret too.
Keeping yourself so busy that you're doing things and you're living every day, because it's so easy the older I get to just be like, but I'm tired, I only get a few days off work. I only get a few days. So I'm not good. We can't do it then. And then I have to edit it. That's like my whole weekend. And then it's like, but what else are you going to do? It's like, well, I'm going to rest. For what? Work. It's like, no, then I'm the robot working for the machine. Yeah. No, I need to be, like hopefully liking what you do. Personally, I don't like what I do, but you love what you do.
But let's change that. What do you like about what you do to make money? What do you like about it?
I love bartending. Bartending is
what
very
about
fun.
Bartending do you love?
Well, I mean, I love putting the pieces together. So it's just kind of like someone comes and orders a drink, and it's like, dude, now it's your job to make them the best version of that drink they've ever had.
And then a drink is like, what would you compare it to? Like, it's like a puzzle. It's like all these pieces.
Well, normally every drink is made with just like 4 ingredients of max, and they do like the 2-1/2 method type of idea, and maybe like a 3/4. And so it's just kind of like you do that with certain ingredients, and you try to mix in your own little surprises and make the best cocktails. And when you work at a place like I do, you are making the best cocktails. That's the thing, is people come there to get like, oh no, we want the best margarita in town. Let's go there.
You made it to the top of the top.
For bartending, yeah.
For bartending. And so, and like, you're not catering, you're like working at a bar of a 5-star Michelin star chef rated, whatever you want to call it, bar. And the famous, and you're trained to like, but that's pretty cool.
It is. And I would, and
maybe
my
it really
12
sucks, but that's like, it has to suck to do that, right?
For sure. But
Can
some
it ever
people,
be
dude,
good?
some people love the industry, man.
Because it's like a drug.
Yeah. Some people really love it.
The overseeing eye. If anyone's seen Nope,
I work with a lot of people I work with a lot of people that are like the lifelong servers, lifelong bartenders, and they have a different drive for it, man. They're okay working more. They're okay being like, yeah, I worked 6 days a week last week because they needed me to go overtime, and I need the money. But that's their vision of making money. That has so much limitation on it when it comes to making money. It's like no one actually makes their money that way. Like their true wealth, their true everything is not going to come from an hourly job ever. And with the way inflation and everything's taking over, it's like the only way to survive is to not do that anymore.
Right.
And to try to start making your own revenue somewhere else.
Right.
Because those jobs are only going to get lower and the housing market's only going to go higher.
But it's just like you said, like the next step of the evolutionary step in business. It's like it's not really, you can't really call it business, but it is business.
Yeah.
Which Those Boys LLC.
Yeah, we got the LLC for Those Boys.
It's official.
We own this shit, dude.
Expect merch. I don't know, man. Do you feel I think this is a good stopping point?
Yeah, no, we can stop now.
This has been fun
That was
as
good.
always.
We had a little riff there.
Yeah, together, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think thanks for listening too.
I got to stop getting so high when we podcast. Like it's fine if we get high when we're setting up, but then don't let me smoke.
You just gotta
again.
say no then.
I mean, I love being high.
Well, that's you gotta. I think it's okay to be high. We've talked about this where like we could have 50 episodes of just being like, you know, like I think you just got to learn what works for you and what doesn't. Because sometimes being high really helps. Sometimes it doesn't. But like,
well, and
I'm with you.
I always get in the like it has to be perfect now mindset. But every single time after we edit it and post, it's way more entertaining. It's honestly like you can cut the lulls out of the conversation, but nothing to worry about.
Well,
it's been fun.
Thank you, Those Boys fans. This has been episode 3, and thank you, Jim, for playing Truth or Truth.
Yes,
that
Jim,
was fun.
thank you for coming in.
And thank you, Megan, for allowing us to go late today into a Sunday afternoon. Thank you, Alex, for letting Zach stay to go into the afternoon.
Yeah, no, continue. Keep going. Yeah.
When's the next time we're gonna? I think we're gonna have a video that's gonna come up hopefully soon of the
I
night.
gotta edit them, and so it's like
things coming out.
I start my work week tomorrow, and so I'm gonna try to edit it tomorrow.
Well, then after this, let's put everything up to the iCloud, and then I can make a edited video of Chantel's birthday thing.
Yeah,
and we'll have that, and then then you just gotta get these up. It'll be fun. Anyways, we're out.
Cool. Well,
I love you.
Love you too, brother.
Love you too. Love you too.
See ya.